Beautiful people, another Sunday at 12 p.m. PST. Welcome, welcome. I am Leslie Jones. Folks, today's going to be so good. I can't wait to share this information with you because, as you guys know, I have a new mission with my YouTube channel. So, but before we get into that, I'm going to play the ad and then we'll get into the good information. Folks, get ready. This is about to be educational, informative, all the good stuff.
Now available, ebooks and e-workbooks to mentally and emotionally prepare you to visit, repatriate, or buy land in the motherland. And the authentic handmade kente cloth I got from Kumasi, Ghana is now a home decor line made by yours truly. Get a piece of the motherland until you can visit yourself. Click the link in the description box to visit my store.
Yep, and I want to show appreciation to my members. Team Heart, $25 a month, Angela Adams and Andrew Graham. Thank you, thank you. Team Gold, $5 a month, Iodele Coker with a 10. BCB and Amazing Amari. Folks, I always have to show my appreciation for those who support me really monthly financially. I mean, it's comes in clutch. Okay. So, folks, where are you guys watching from? Let's make sure the overlay works. Ooh, Anthony Jones, what's happening, brother? You're in the house. How much is that third brick from the top left? Huh? I don't know. What do you mean, Mogotsi? Third brick? I don't know. All right, folks, where you guys watching from? We get international here. We had Thailand the other session. We have Germany, Ghana always, Cali always, New York always. Where are you guys watching from? This left this brick situation. I don't know what you're talking about. But let's go over the schedule so you guys know. Fem Jones, your house. She's in LA. Your caption pick. Black Wolf. What's happening, folks? The last live stream, Black Wolf was the guest speaker, and he blessed us to the max. Mogotsi, you're talking about the my brick wall in the land in Gomoa, Fetteh. If you want the cost of it, email me, and I'll share that with you. Illinois is in the house. Filbert, what's up, Filbert? Okay, here's the schedule, folks. We already had the appreciation. Next, I'm gonna talk to you about the mission of this channel. Folks, this is for all the new people. I'm gonna let you know what my channel is all about. The poll results, because I did a poll regarding the land that we're going to talk about today, and I want to get into that because it was very, very interesting. Then my land story. Then we're going to talk about land culture. Recently, I had some conversations with people who have bought land, who have sold land, and I've had conversations with the EOCO. So I want to kind of bridge this culture gap when it comes to the land and share that with you guys because it's all about us getting better, period. Okay. Then I'm gonna give you some real life examples, and then we're gonna end it with a Q&A session. All right. So the mission, my new mission on this channel is to bridge the emotional, educational, and cultural gap when it comes to visiting, repatriating, or doing business in the motherland. So today is more of bridging the cultural gap, little holes that we don't know about when it comes to the culture, land culture in Ghana, and then what we're used to as Westerners in the States or even in the UK. Okay. So, yes, that's my mission here, is to bridge that gap, because folks, we bring our Western mentality to the motherland and we get molded, right? In other words, you get slashed, right? You get embarrassed. You get your money stolen. You get all this happening because there's little holes and little gaps, because sometimes we're over emotional, right? Like I was. Sometimes we're in a rush. Because people that I have consulted with, two common denominators: they're in a rush and they're emotionally unstable, right? Because we have a lot of things coming our way. Everybody wants our money, everybody wants a piece of us. But when you educate yourself, right, you control yourself. Hey, ATM, you control your emotions and you realize there's no reason to be in a rush. Your money flows along with that as well. So, disciplined mind, disciplined money. Alrighty, look at these poll results. Let me show you. Where is it? Here we go. Here is the poll results. Let me get this caption off real quick. So about 8 days ago, I asked you guys would you buy my Gomoa Fetteh land knowing the issues and why? Vote and comment below. 29% said yes, they would, and deal with litigation later. 71% said no, no registration, no transaction. And the reason why I brought up this, I did the poll, is because the conversations I was having with people were selling their land with issues within my community. I'm just like, your land has issues. Who's buying it? And they're like, oh no, they're Ghanaians. I'm like, there's something I don't understand here. Knowing the issues of land, but you're still willing to buy it, there's a gap, and I'm gonna learn this gap, and I learned it, and I want to share it with you guys. So I'm gonna tell you my story first. So the land that we're talking about, folks, I bought 2 properties in Ghana, and we're talking about this one, the Gomoa Fetteh land, because I don't want you guys to be confused between this one and the beachfront. Right, the beachfront, everything is going according to plan. I should be getting my deed very soon. But I don't want you guys to get confused. We're talking about the Gomoa Fetteh land in the central region. Okay, I spent a lot of time and a very small investment trying to lay the foundation for a business. I wanted to eventually launch. When I got to Nigeria, I bounced after 9 months of nickel and diming. And that's part of the culture gap. Folks, go there first. Go there first. Stay for a while. Catch the spirit of the place. Okay? Because a couple people, like BW last week, he bought land without even going to Ghana. Right? And then he went to Ghana and he was like, right? Folks, you got to go first. Stay for a long time. Visit first, right? This is just my advice. Visit first through a curated tour company. Second, if you like that after your visit, stay for at least 6 months if you can, to catch the spirit of the place, right? To build relationships, to get to know how things operate. Then buy land, do business, then do that. The social structure is etched in corruption, which really impacts business. Is it the break someone's leg gap? That's funny. ATM, is it really a such thing as litigation-free land? Yes, there is. There is such thing as litigation-free land. The beachfront property, this was litigation-free. Okay? Now this one, what we're talking about today, not litigation-free. Okay? So yes, for the new people here, let me just tell you my story real quickly regarding the Gomoa Fetteh land. I purchased this land through Land Liaisons, right? The company was called African Century Development. I know that was funny. African Century Development is the name of the company. Now, folks, I heard the founders of this company are in hiding because, our group, it was a community. Our group, I think we reached 80 people within our chat. 40 people bought, and then a handful bought outright. So I was part of the people that bought outright. Everyone else was on monthly payments. And so I was like, I got land liaisons. They know what they're doing. I don't need to, I trust them. Okay. Folks, eventually I found out they didn't know what they were doing. Right. And now the whole community, which I'll get into more specifically later, the whole community, it didn't work out. Okay. It didn't work out for most of us. Okay. So I had the middleman, land liaisons. Mind you, folks, remember, I was already looking at land prior to joining this group. So I knew certain things to do already, like getting a land submission search, getting a surveyor to survey the land, right? But since I had land liaisons, I was like, oh, I need to do that. I'll just rely on them, right? So when things started looking really weird, I said, something ain't right. So I started doing videos exposing, what I was experiencing. Eventually they kicked me out the group. So I was on my own. On my own. So I was like, well, I'm going to do whatever I need to do within my power to find out what's going on. So then I did the land submission search, right? And if you guys have been following my story, that came out was another owner. So Casa States that sold us the land, their name wasn't registered with the Lands Commission. And I was like, it's all coming to the surface, right? And mind you, if you buy land and the company says you are not allowed, they won't assign you land until you pay it off, red flag. I wish I had like a buzzer or something. Red flag, run. Run. If they tell you have to pay off your land before you get a land assigned to you, run. Okay. So that's why I didn't do the search prior then, because I didn't have land to survey. And then I trusted the company, African Century Development, that was already, it'll be taken care of and everything was okay. But I got molded. So I did lands commission search, find out the true owners, right? So then I reported, what happened after that? Folks, it's been so long. I took that information. I got connected with the Diaspora Affairs Office of the president because my videos, they were going a little viral in Ghana, right? And so I had a diplomat reach out to me. He didn't like my situation at all. And so he connected me with the Diaspora Affairs Office of the president. I had 2 meetings with them. They told me to put a petition together. I put a petition together, which you guys signed. Thank you guys. Small but mighty crew coming through. And so that petition reached EOCO, right? Now, who remembers who EOCO is? Put it in the chat. Who is EOCO? It's an acronym. Who knows what EOCO is? So from that petition, EOCO picked up the petition, saw what was going on, and then they got involved. Someone bless me. Who is EOCO in Ghana? Who is EOCO? And I know there's a delay in the chat, so I shall wait. Mogotsi, I think you should know this. You've been hanging with me for a while. What does EOCO stand for? EOCO. Because once my petition reached high levels, equivalent to our FBI, yes. So EOCO it is like FBI of Ghana. You guys are right. You're on it. EOCO is the Economic and Organized Crime Office, right? So that is what the FBI is in the United States. Folks, our petition got high. It got really high, right? So then, if you want to watch, he was very helpful. Oh, the diplomat, yes, William Manful. I will always, he's still helping me to this day, which hopefully I'll be able to share some news regarding that soon. I've been told that I can't speak on it, which, contrary to people's belief, I do know how to be quiet. I do know how to hold my tongue when said so. But injustice, I'm singing like a bird. I'm singing like a bird. But yes, so it got to EOCO. And if you guys want to watch that video, I'll show you. This is the video. This is a video with EOCO. So if you actually want to see them, and if you think I'm lying, there's a video on it. If you want to see them, I hung out with them for half a day. They drove me to my land. They drove me to the owners of at that time, the owners of the land. Okay. So yes, we are grateful for EOCO for, chiming in, stepping in when they saw injustice. I just remember the intervention. Okay. So that's EOCO, guys. So got to EOCO. They said they'll be with me every step of the way to help me. Folks, that petition wasn't just for me. And the only reason why EOCO got involved was because it was a community, right? Unfortunately, ACD, African Century Development, didn't take advantage because the EOCO told me, they called them and said, we're trying to get everyone's indentures. They didn't want to get involved. I was like, wow, that's crazy. Because they're like, I guess they thought you were involved, so they want to get involved. I'm like, this was help for everybody, everybody. But folks, I did what I could, right? So after that, they helped me get the correct indentures. I submitted my indentures, right? Because now I have the rightful owner, right? EOCO got involved. COS got the indentures from the rightful owners. Voila. And that was October 2023. I said, oh, great, I'm in the clear. Registration around the corner, right? So I submitted my indentures to the Lands Commission. They're like, yeah, you can register this. I said, great. And EOCO was like, the next time you're out here, we'd like to meet you. Come down to our office and we'll introduce you to the tribe family that owns the land. I said, we're cooking with grease. We're cooking with oil. Okay. 3 months before, no, not even 3 months. 2 weeks before I get to Ghana. Because mind you, I was in Tanzania. I said, you know what? I'll be in the motherland. So I might as well just stop at Tanzania from Tanzania to Ghana before I go to LA. All's working out, right? 2 weeks before I get to Ghana, I get a message from my representative from the Lands Commission. Oh, you can't register this land because someone else owns it. I said, how? You guys are the same department that told me the owners of the land. Now you're saying it's someone else. And I'm like, what is going on? So that's where I'm at regarding this Gomoa Fetteh land, folks. So the Lands Commission gave me 2 different results of the same land, right? So why am I sharing this with you? Because now I'm going to talk to you about why someone would buy this land knowing the issues. Why? And what I've learned, there's a culture that we have in the States, and there's a land culture in Ghana. So when I was hanging out with the EOCO, they put me on a game, folks. They said, Leslie, what you're doing, you're getting everything out the way at the beginning. Most people don't do this. I said, what? I said, that I don't get it. They're like, in Ghana, taking possession. Welcome to Ghana. And I'm learning. Whatever I learn, I'll share with you guys. Exposure for wrong imminent. So they said, yeah, what you're doing, you're getting everything out the way at the beginning, so you don't have to deal with people coming to you later. I said, well, isn't this something that everyone should do? Right? In the States, everything's taken care of before transactions or money is transacted. Like we have the title companies, we have what's it called? Let me show you guys. I think this was the comment this is what we do in the States to prevent something like this. No, that's not the one I wanted to share. In the U.S., generally, all land is surveyed with the records kept at local county tax office. When you purchase property, the realtor has law office that will process the valid paperwork. If you are wanting to get a bank loan, the bank will validate all documents. The property tax system in the U.S. helps to fund these processes, right? So people in the United States, we don't go through this at all, right? Because we have procedures already in place. You guys see what I'm saying? So that's why the land issues that, I'm going through and other people are going through, it doesn't exist here. Because look at our tax system, county tax office that our taxes go towards, prevent this. And I was like, I get it. So now there's no structure like that in Ghana. Folks, most people don't even pay taxes in Ghana. Okay, so this is part of the culture gap that I want to help bridge. So when all these issues start popping up, if you decide to go over there and do and buy land, remember there's no tax county law office like there is in the States. Okay, You guys feeling me? You guys understanding what I'm saying? That's the culture gap that we need to know about before even heading over there, right? Okay. So when EOCO told me that, I was like, I see. They're like, people don't have time or the resources to do what you're doing. Now, folks, at that time, I had time. I was like, oh, time is what I have. I'm gonna figure this out, right? And so, hey, BCB. So I'm like, no, I'm going to do everything in my power to get registration or to find out what is going on before I transition or sell this land. Okay, so EOCO tells me that. They say, what we do here, we buy the land from whoever, we build on it. Now, if the real owners come, to avoid litigation, we just pay the real owners. So there's people out there selling land that they don't have authority to sell. You build on it. Guess what's going to happen? The real owners are going to come, and then you either make an agreement with the real owners or you go to litigation in court. They told me this. I said, why? I literally asked them, I said, why would anyone do this? They said, this is Ghana. This is just the way we've done it. I said, wow. And I was like, no, I don't want to do it that way. Because if I'm going to buy land and build, I don't want no one coming for me. I want to be in peace. I want to be in peace. Yes, hit that like button, folks. I want to be in peace. Now, if I have my property built, I have my land, I have my registration, I have my certificate. Now, if someone wants to come for me, they're not winning because I did everything ahead of time. You guys see what I'm saying? Right? So I strongly encourage you guys, do everything up front. Do your due diligence up front so you don't have to go through the drama. And if people want to come and litigate, they're not going to have a chance because you have your what? Land certificate. You're registered with the Lands Commission. Thanks for you, Leslie. You are creating a roadmap for others who are looking to go to the motherland. Yes. Folks, this is what I was looking for in November 2020. All these people out here helping people with land, they didn't exist. Okay, we're grateful for them now. Okay, but I had to become the channel I wanted to see. And I thank you guys for hanging because we just crossed over 8,000 subscribers. Yay. Happy about that. Thank you guys for joining the journey. But yeah, folks, that's it. And I was just like, okay, well, I'm going to share this with the people because we need to know. We need to know these things. Okay, next point. So that's my story. So that's the land culture. Now I want to get into some examples, real life examples, because under my videos, people comment. And so it's not just me talking, but here is some examples of, let me get there. Thank you. In my newsletter, someone responded to my newsletter and said, I need to change our name because small but mighty crew is not is not fitting anymore. So I told her once we hit 10K, I'll take small but off and it will be called the crew. So once we hit 10,000 subscribers, it will be called the crew. Thank you, Diaspora Connect. So the seller should put up a wall on the land to prove it's theirs. Let them absorb that cost as an act of trust. So what I think you're saying, Magotsi, which I did, right? When you put up a wall, if you don't plan on building quickly, you put up a wall, which I did. You take possession. Possession is 9/10 of the law, right? Which gives you a little bit more power. Not total power, not the same strength as a certificate, but it still gives you power when it comes to, holding on a little bit longer. How can I explain it? For my example, the wall I have on the Gomoa Fetteh land is the only reason why I'm not totally out the game, right? This wall here, because I took possession. And it's been what? It's been over 2 years since I took possession. So that's not they just can't roll up on me and say, we're taking it. No. Where were you when I built the wall? Where were you before I built the wall? Right. So that gives me just a little power. So Magosi, I think that's what you are alluding to. But let's get into some examples. Da, 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 and let's talk about this culture clash, because I was shocked. Okay, which one is this? To further confirm what I was saying, here is a comment that was left under my video. I let it, the second land we bought from him, we have built already. But, Magosi, this relates to what you're saying. We built already, but we still pay on the land. We were told we can keep the land because we already built on it, but we have to pay the real owners for the land. This land is not even in Accra. So what she's saying is, whoever sold her the land, they paid, okay? The real owners came. They paid, they started building, they took possession. The real owners came. They said, this is really our land. They're like, okay, now they have to pay the real owners. Are you guys seeing the culture? I'm trying to teach. I'm trying to teach up in here. That was your point? Great. That's the way it's done. The people sell you the land, you give them their money, the real owners come, this is our land, now you have to pay them or go through litigation. And most people just end up just doing side deals with the real owners. And that's what EOCO was telling me. They're like, that's just what we do. I said, wow. And so when it comes to this poll, 29% will buy my land with all the issues. It's because it is what it is. That's part of their land culture, right? And so this is another example. Where is it at? Did I delete it? I don't know. Here it goes. Second, go back to Africa, girl. You'll fall if you're trying very hard to destroy Ghana. What does that have to do with anything? Second example. Now, when I asked another commenter, so another commenter said, oh, I just sold, he bought in the same area I did. He's like, yeah, I bought from Kaz, I just sold it. And I'm like, who would buy problematic land, right? And here it goes. A Ghanaian bought it from him. He and his wife live here also. I just didn't want to deal with it. When I first started building on it early in 2023, the land guards ran the construction crew off because costs didn't pay the chiefs or something, right? A new chief took over and they have to get the queen indenture before they gave us ours. I just decided to sell it because I don't like how they do business. It's shady and I had to go to the office a few times. I'm kind of big and I was angry, so they made some calls. I really can't be involved in shady business because I'll fight and get deported. So in his case, right, since it's part of the land culture to buy land that's not litigation free, he just sold it to Ghanaians. And then in my mind, I'm like, I think only Ghanaians will buy it because they understand land culture. We don't understand it for the most part. And I told him, I was like, so you just sold the land with issues? They're like, yeah, they just bought it for me. I'm like, because that is the way they're used to it. How much did you pay for your wall put up? I'm so thankful for your channel. Yes, email me if you want to know exact information. I only talk about like receipts and what I pay with my members. But if you really want to know, email me. Thank you, Afro Talk. Hey, at the end of the day, my mission is to bridge this gap, because regardless of whatever, people are going to go over there. Okay. People are going to go over there. You might as well be equipped as much as you can. But yes, so I truly believe, I think even planting a flag would be a good idea, so it's visible from afar. Also, in the US, they post unclaimed property in at least 3 local papers. Sellers should do the same in Africa. And that's actually part of the registration process. It is, I don't know if it's paper, but it's sent out locally, because that's what I'm going through or went through with the beachfront land. It is sent out. It's like a message gets sent out, and there's 30 days to claim the beachfront land. But it's really hard at this point, because not only did I live, I lived in the coconut hut, right? So that no one came and tried to fight me during that time. And it's been over 3 years and no one has come to claim anything. So yes, that is part of the registration process. But if you think your indenture is all and you don't take your indenture to the land commission, that whole releasing your information to the public to see if anyone will contest it, that gets skipped, right? So yeah, folks, there's a process, there's a procedure when it comes to real estate in Ghana. But if the process and procedure is not followed, there's really no consequences for that. And that's where that's where the issues are. Okay, so I'm gonna give you another example. This one's crazy. So, since I was connected with the EOCO, people were sliding in my DMs. Congratulations, Leslie. People from the community that barely even talked to me, right? That didn't say nothing to me. Now they're sliding in my DMs, congratulating me, telling me, congrats, and it's so great for you, blah, 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 blah. And so this one, equipped and knowledgeable of the way they do business in Ghana. Thank you, Leslie, for helping our people. Someone has to say something. There should be way more people speaking up. I 100% agree, right? I 100% agree, Lee. I know it's not a word. Don't come for me. But it is what it is. And maybe this is why I'm here. This is part of the purpose, right? Now, so like I said, people from the community that I was a part of, now they're sliding in my DMs, right? And since they slid in my DMs, I'm like, well, I want to find out what's going on. And this is what our conversation was like. I finished my wall and decided that development will take too long. So I made a video I'll share, but about 10 others want to sell. So these are people from the same community I was a part of, right? They want to sell their land as well. Check this out. I said, did you get the correct indentures as well? I had others call me saying they found out their indenture was no good. Folks, they're from the community called me. They're like, 2 years later, after I've been talking about this, 2 years later, now they know that their indentures are trash, right? And now they're calling me, how'd you get yours? Check this out. I never went for the due diligence. Folks, I almost fell out my bed, right? So you're going to sell land without doing the due diligence before selling it to someone else. So I said, I strongly suggest you do the due diligence before you sell, or you are just transitioning the headache to someone else. Don't want to be a mini cost, or at least tell them who want to buy to do it, and they can take it from there. He said, you're correct. In my mind, I said, the hell we went through with that land. You're just going to transition it and sell it without even telling the people? That's crazy to me. And then I sat back after talking to other people, and people are actually buying it. I said, what am I missing? And that's where the culture gap comes in. Some Ghanaians don't mind it. They'll just build on it and make a side deal with the real owner. And everything that EOCO told me started replaying in my mind. I said, oh. So in my title, I said scammed. And the title in this video, I said scammed or smart. What do you guys think? Scammed or smart? Because all this is a culture difference. Now, me personally, I won't sell the land to someone else until I get to the very end of this thing, right? You've been doing video about your experience with all of this for years now, and people are just jumping in your DM. They're just not. Yeah. This year, they're in my DMs regarding it. Crazy, but it is what it is. Hey, Mimi. So you guys tell me in the chat, scammed or smart? Because at the end of the day, culture is culture. Some things you can't change, or some things people don't want to change. Now, when I was talking to Yoko, I think the culture is too much wahala. But if that's the way they've been getting down, who are we? Okay? Who are we? That's the question of all questions. So you decide, for those that are going to embark on your land journey in Ghana, you decide if you want to do the due diligence from the beginning to avoid all this. Avoid people coming to you after the fact you already built and saying, well, I'm the real owner. You didn't go to the Lands Commission to get your name on this land. I'm the real owner. So now let's make a deal. Or we're going to go to litigation. You're going to lose because you're not in the Lands Commission database. And there goes your house. Are you guys getting what I'm saying? You have two options to do this. Get everything out of the way at the beginning, which I'm doing, or continue to be emotionally imbalanced and not educate yourself and go over there and buy this land and build on it. And then the real owners are going to come and say, ooh, oopie, either pay us money or we're going to take you to litigation and take all your stuff. What you put out into the universe will come back to you, positive or negative. Hey, it might be on purpose. Folks, it might be on. Hey, folks, I'm hearing both sides, right? But you have to decide what you want to do. Do you want to take care of everything on the front end or the back end? For that, USD. Many Americans' mind say scam. Right, because that's part of our culture. Everything's taken care of from the beginning. Through title companies, through the tax office. We don't know about this. Everything's taken care of already. Right? And what title and all that stuff is done within 30 days for those that have bought homes in the States. There's a whole procedure. What? Everything is locked and loaded if you want to buy a house within 90 days. Right? Now I'm going on what? I'm close to almost 4 years of this land. Can't if it wasn't for me being extremist, right? I wouldn't even know the true owners. What? I say no matter how you rationalize it, it's still a scam. You be the world you want to see. Yeah. Folks, it's up to you. It is up to you. And I don't know anyone that's having this type of conversation. So, at the same time, it's the culture. It's what they do. And like I showed earlier in the example, they said they already built. They're like, we'll just keep on paying the original owners. And that's that. Folks, do I have anything? I think I went over all my points. I think we're at the question and answer session. Yes. Remember, Leslie, what is fraud in America is not fraud in Ghana. Yeah. Filbert, you've been hanging out with me for a while. And that's what EOCO told me when I was invited to their office. I met with my EOCO representative. I met with his boss. And that's what they told me. Fraud in the States is not fraud in Ghana. Folks, we're different. We're dealing with a different culture. Okay? We're different, dealing with a different mentality. One of my videos, I think yesterday, there was another comment. He said, you guys are immigrants. They call you the diaspora. They call you African descendants, our brothers and our sisters. But they're like, you guys are immigrants. I'm like, well, the term diaspora is more emotionally appealing. Okay. They are paying triple the price for land. I actually had one of the Airbnbs I stayed at. I ended up developing a relationship with the owner. And she told me one of her properties, she had to pay 6 times because they had different leadership every time. And I was like, I don't want to do that. Had people say if Africa is showing USD prices is a scam. Well, All I know is if you connected to me, you're gonna know. You're gonna know what's good and what's bad because this gotta this no 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 more. No more. And it's all education. It's all bridging the gap, which I'm here to do. I was about to do something. Oh, question and answers. So we're almost at the end. So send your questions in the chat if you can, or if you want to. But yeah, I got through all my points, folks. That's all I wanted to say today. Is you decide if you want to be thorough and do everything to your best ability at the beginning, right? Or want to go over there, jump over there, build, and have someone come later and say, well, you owe us money. Your choice. Yes, you are foreigners. We are foreigners, folks. Accept it. I know, and this is part of the emotional gap, right? We're so emotionally unkindled, right? We're like, oh, going back to Africa, whether it's the religion you practice or your faith-based religion you practice that hypes you up about returning back to Africa and it's the mainland, this is where we're supposed to be and we just descended from. Okay. But at the end of the day, do the people see you as such? Do they see, I mean, a handful of people see you as their brothers and sisters. The other ones see you as foreigners, immigrants. They don't see you as themselves. So what are the plans for the beachfront property? Registration, which I'm close to, and using it as collateral. Yeah. And if my documentary is successful, I don't have to use it for collateral, then the goal is to sell it. That is the plan, Filbert. That is the plan. All right. Any other questions? The woman, what is your problem? In the past 2 years, almost all your videos are due with land scamming in Ghana. Don't you have anything else? Ooh, James Bond is upset. No one forced you, yet you're here. It's so funny. People complain, but they've been hanging. It seems like you've been hanging for 2 years. People are a trip. They really don't know how stupid they sound. Why are you here? Why are you here? Why are you still here? Check out Rwanda as well for land. Folks, this is it for me. I'm cool. I'll visit different places in Ghana. I'm sorry. I'll visit different places in the motherland, but I'm cool with this land situation. God bless you guys. God bless you in all your journeys. Once this assignment of me being bridging the gap emotionally, educationally, and culturally is finished, I'm moving to the next chapter of my life, folks. So take advantage. All righty, folks. Is that it? That is it on my part. I'll give it probably a couple more, like a minute or so, because I know there's a delay in the chat. You are welcome, Black Cricket 100. Did you guys find this helpful? It's okay. The documentary. Thank you, Shalom. So, script-wise, I have 143 pages done, but I was talking to more of my friends in the industry, and they said I should make it into a memoir. I should write a book. And they said, this is not web series worthy. This is television worthy. So now I'm just like, whoa, right? And I'm like, okay, because the documentary, that's going to happen regardless. But now they're telling me I need to do both simultaneously. I need to write the book, right? And do a short documentary. And if it becomes a big deal, they're like, this is a television worthy. I said, ooh, that's big. That's big, folks. So basically that means double work for me. I'm like, oh, writing a book and a documentary. But yeah. So that's the latest on that. Isn't that crazy, Afro Talk? Did you ask me that, Afro Talk? Okay, you guys commented really fast. So let me go back through. Yeah, Afro Talk. He erased his post. He erased it because it's come on, folks. Don't attack me, right? I'm in Tanzania looking at land for my business, and you got me checking every detail. Thank you. Yes, I love to hear that. That's all I'm saying. Just check it. That's it. Do your due diligence from the beginning. She's creating awareness, and I think that's a good thing. This is to respond to James Bond. Thank you. Thank you. Andy G, next chapter. I think the next chapter for me is my memoir slash documentary. You are welcome, y'all. Keep it coming, sister. I will, Blueprint. Productive live stream. Thank you, Anthony Jones. Magosi Leslie is all armored up. I really am. And you know what's the real armored up part? This is virtual. So you can't hurt me through the computer screen. This is big time, Leslie. Do it. Yes, I will. I will. Magosi, very helpful as always. I'm so glad. Jane Bonds erased the comment. You can't, because, come on, folks. The light is too strong. Okay. Peace and love to all who are here to get educated. Yes, Black Wolf. Maybe the government will take this stuff seriously. Maybe they will. Maybe they won't. After talk, the haters are going to hate. Haters gonna hate. Players gonna play. If you don't know that song, then I'm embarrassed. Okay. Your Majesty, I appreciate your information. Stay strong and continue to follow your dream. Narrative will set us free. I love that. Thank you so much, George V. Johnson Jr. Okay. Is that everyone? Did I address everyone? Great show as always. What platform do you use for your live? That's cool. And when are you gonna let people call in? So I use Restream for my. So it connects to LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook. Restream, Restream. Very helpful to listen to different opinions and experiences. Thank you, baby T. How much should I save for 2 acres in a good area? I do not know that answer. Yeah, I don't know, Shalom. You'll have to, I can refer you to my lawyer and you can take it from there. But folks, I am in no affiliation with anyone selling land, any estate company, any person. I have cut that completely. So if you get emails saying that from me, right? Because I have been impersonated. It started earlier this year about impersonation. Someone was impersonating me and Jay Cameron regarding selling land in Ghana. So if you get an email and it's from me saying buy this land, whoop de whoop de whoop, it is not me. So far, I haven't got any more emails regarding people selling land in my name. So I think it died down. I think we, exposed it pretty well. But yeah, I don't know, Shalom. You'll have to continue to do your research. I shared websites when it comes to land. I did a video on it. Look into, what's that website called? There's a video I did. Websites that you should know about. Look into that because that will answer. You can literally go and see land and what it's being sold for. So Shalom, yes. Website you must know about. Watch that video and it'll answer most of your questions. Okay, guys. Thanks for hanging with me. I appreciate the love and encouragement. Folks, when we get to 10,000 subscribers, I have to change our name because we'll no longer be small, right? But we'll still be mighty. So I got to figure out how I'm going to put mighty still in the title. Or I just put the crew. Either way, when we get to that point, I'll do a poll and have you guys vote on what you want our name to be. Because, folks, we have done mighty things even on a governmental level with us coming together. I'm telling you, I'm so grateful. Oh, so there's a lot of people that have signed up for my newsletter. And I can see the emails that go out. And check your spam because there's a lot of emails that are not being opened. And if they are in your spam, check it. If you signed up for my newsletter goes out every Saturday. So if you're not getting those emails, that means they're going to your spam or your email was wrong. So yes. I'm buying land on Mars. Black Wolf. Black Wolf, visit first, because we know you like to buy land without visiting. Visit Mars first before you buy land. What you just said. Are you developing while you are trying to straighten this all out? No. So the furthest I have decided to go is building the wall to prevent encroachment. Yes. This thing land in Ghana, she's very dangerous. Oh, we have another complainer, but whatever. You're irrelevant. Mighty big crew. Mighty big. Big mighty crew. I like the way you're thinking, BCB. I like it. Big mighty crew. Mighty big crew. We're gonna figure it out. All right, folks. No last minute comments. I'm about to shut it down in about 10 seconds. Black Wolf, visit Mars first before you buy land. I'm gonna tease you about that forever, just to let you know. Okay, folks. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Hope you found it educational, beneficial, and I will see you guys next week.